everybody. Good morning
That's
to
not
Coffee
15 seconds,
Moaning.
that's 9.
Oh, I couldn't wait. It was boring. I just start talking.
Oh my God, you look like sort of, that's a nice top, but it's like,
Oh, here we go.
no, it's like the 1960s, isn't it?
It's
You look
lovely
like a
though.
Stepford wife.
Oh, well, I'm not. One.
No, I know that. Jesus Christ.
Do you like it?
I do, actually. I
Do you like it,
Is
guys?
it all
It's a bit of a departure for me.
It is.
Just went for a bit of colour. I don't usually wear a high neck because then I look matronly.
Yeah.
Because if you've got big boobs, you should always have a lower neck. But I liked the print.
I had a fabulous lunch yesterday with a chap who was incredibly stimulating, incredibly
Yeah.
creative. We talked projects, filming, making, emotions,
that.
everything. Crystals. You might have noticed I've got a sty in the eye. Any cures for styes?
Yes, stop drinking coffee long enough so I can get a homeopathic remedy in your mouth and it would deal with it.
I can't stop
But
coffee.
also gold ring is the old wives' tale that you rub gold on
Yeah,
it.
Lisa said that this morning. But we don't do gold.
We haven't got any gold. We
Don't
haven't got
have
gold
gold,
in the
it's all
house.
silver.
We've got no gold in the house.
If you apply silver to any, can you apply silver to anything? Apart from I will not say what was about to tumble
Thank
from
you.
my mouth. It
Some
was
control in place
absolutely awful. Anyway, Sonia Donovan. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sonia
Donovan.
Donovan, happy birthday to you. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about that one, Clodagh. A tea bag squeezed out is always good for any eye.
So you're going to do some tea bagging.
Do some tea bagging, baby. It's the closest you're ever going to get.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Grania Scarlett. Tea bags on styes. Is it a sty, though, if it's down there? I thought it's
Yeah,
a
you
lump.
can have a... No, I can see it right in the
feel
edge.
here. Feel here. There's a lump there. So they don't do this on GMB, do they? Touch each other's faces.
But the thing is, but they do some rather good things on GMB.
Well,
this morning.
yeah, okay. Well, look, I mean, at the end of the day, at the end of the morning, everyone. Morning, Gillian Barris. Hi, everyone.
Morning, if this is your first time with us, we do this Monday through to Saturday.
Yeah, and everyone wish Sonia a happy birthday. That's lovely. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
today we're going to be talking about Matt Hancock.
I get excited. No, I got it.
We're going to be
I got
talking
it.
about British citizenship.
Oh my
this
God.
was Meghan saying that Harry struggled with
I
the
love
questions,
this.
and so did I, and so will most of you.
I mean, and
I'm
I
going
also
to
remember
leave Twitter.
Simone.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave Twitter because I'm really worried about Twitter, and we're going to talk about the upset around the Crown. So that will be the things that we discuss with you today. So hang around for those.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we should hold on for what Twitter. Who is on?
Am I not going to go wild
No,
yet about
I'm
Matt
holding.
Hancock?
No, I want to hold you back. Who is on Twitter?
So wide.
Are you on? No. Do you like Twitter?
Yeah.
Do you like Twitter? Ooh. What do you think of Twitter, guys? What do you think of it?
When you think of Twitter, what comes to mind? What do you ever think? Me and Mark will talk about. Oh, I love Twitter, says George. Okay, tell me what you love about Twitter.
Because I rarely go there, and sometimes I have to go there because I get a
Morning,
notification, a news story will come up or whatever. But it leaves me. Oh look, Sharon JL abuse. Love Twitter, Joe Ward.
I think that's one of the first words that comes into my head.
Yeah, I just find it.
So I
find really
never,
angry people there.
like on Instagram, I really engage and I'll comment and I'll talk. But on Twitter, especially on a
Same
day,
here, Claire McNabb, yeah.
on a day that I do loose women, there's always hate. People are just so nasty. I love people to disagree and have that dialogue. But when people are just I think of it as mean and nasty. That's what I think of it. But maybe I haven't engaged and immersed myself in it properly. And now Elon Musk wants me to pay £8 a month for my blue tick, and I'm thinking,
Well, it's not about the
what
paying.
do
it's
I
about
get? No, because it's interesting. As soon as somebody puts money on the table,
You sort of think, what am I getting?
You think, oh, what do I get from Twitter? That's what I was thinking, and I was thinking mostly abuse.
Yeah. Lee Durrant says, when I think of Twitter, I think of twat.
Twatter.
Grania Scarlett, Twitter and Facebook, worst places for trolls and abuse. Because there's the feeling that you can't control it so much, can you?
Why is that,
You can hermetically. Well, I just think the facilities on Instagram. What else? What other? Oh, and YouTube and all that.
An awful lot of people saying they don't use it. Let's have a look.
I don't
What
like
the
it.
poll's saying?
Oh yeah, let's have
Lots
a
of
look.
comments coming.
Do you like Twitter? 77% say no. So, obviously Elon Musk
So
has bought
what I'd
Twitter.
love to hear now is somebody why. Give me, you love Twitter, what
Well,
do you
lots of
get
people are
from
saying
Twitter?
trolls and vile behaviour.
No, I'm the people that like it.
Oh, I see. Sorry. Laura Sully's Creations. When will you be putting
Sharon,
up
I
your
look
Christmas
at Twitter
decorations? Not yet.
strictly.
I look at
A
Twitter.
lot of people I know that follow Twitter say they get a lot of news from Twitter.
It's funny you should say that.
And
I
you-
do sometimes check the news feed. That's about the only thing I do. But that's because I'm checking the news across everything.
I don't know how to check the news feed on
Just go to the
feed on Twitter.
search.
But what I do is I do like some of the, and this is what's making me think, do I stay with Twitter? Some of the voices out there that are very smart and give out really good, interesting information, I think I might miss out on them. So, don't know. I'm considering, do I want to give Elon Musk £8 a month?
Well, Elon Musk is actually pleading with bots. Can I ask, can bots be a good thing?
Local football news,
I always think
says
of,
Amanda.
oh, right, I always think of bots as a kind of negative thing. But if he's asking bots to stay and stay engaged, I'm going to read that, and stay engaged with Twitter, are bots good things? Can bots be good?
What do you mean?
Well,
don't know what you
he's
mean.
asking. When I hear the word bot,
Yeah.
I just think
I just think robot.
harassment.
I don't really know what
No, but
it means.
I think harassment. I think they're used to kind of sow hate and discontent and all this kind of stuff. I can't find Lee
Do you think
Pearce.
there's any chance, somebody just saying there that in the old days it was so much better to, do you think there's any chance, we're all assuming it's going to get worse with Elon Musk, is there any chance it could get better?
Well, okay.
What would you do if you were Elon Musk to Twitter?
Well, I think a lot of people are kicking back against him because he's wanting to, in a sense, un-left wingify it. I mean, I don't know. I'm not on it enough to know whether it does
I don't
lead.
find Twitter
Yeah, exactly.
left-wing.
I find it just really sort of acrimonious and polemic and angry.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly read Lee Peart. I have carefully curated a mixed and balanced list of people who make me laugh, inform me, and maybe give different opinions on Twitter. And I avoid the haters and never engage with them. Love it.
Yeah.
You see, I think if
so you love it. You love Twitter, Lee.
maybe if you're on Twitter enough, you can wipe out the voices that you don't like. Maybe you can do it as much as you can do it on Instagram. Just because we don't use it and you don't use it a lot, you don't
Can you
get it.
delete everything on your Twitter or anything you've ever posted?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, what I might do is delete everything I've ever posted. I mean, I've never posted anything particularly, anything, and just only put good news on there. Good positive news, great news stories from around the world, because it is filled. Because I would like it to become, if I was Elon Musk and I was talking to him, I would like it to become a place where people could debate without fear. Because I don't think there's enough debating, where people can share ideas, funny, dramatic, serious, mind-boggling. And how can you encourage more of that? Of course, the genie's out the bottle and there's not, there's loads you can't do. But is there any? We tend to too often say, oh, there's nothing we can do about that. It's just a dreadful thing. I'm not talking about Twitter, I'm talking about so many things. But I just wonder if there is anything we can do.
Apparently, John Brannon says Juliet Stevenson recently said Twitter contains people screaming into their own echo chamber. I mean,
Exactly.
I think a lot, Daniel Gall, I'm really noticing the difference between social media and real life. There seems to be a big separation. There is a big separation. I mean, social media is a way of promoting the best of your life, the worst of your life. It's a way of engaging, all this kind of stuff. It's a way of, it's a form of sharing. I think for some people, and it
Me
works
too,
like
Lucy.
works like this for me. It is a genuine way to connect with people too. So I think there is
That's
that
interesting.
aspect. Of
Somebody's
it.
just said their bots should be illegal.
Yeah, why is Musk?
Why are they legal? Who owns them?
What are bots? Can
I
bots
don't
be for
understand.
good?
We need to find out more about this.
Well,
subject.
look at this headline. Elon Musk begs bots not to quit Twitter.
But who are they? They're
Yeah.
robots.
Elon Musk is
How's
pleading
he
with
got
bots
their
not to
address?
quit Twitter.
Has he got their mobile phone number?
yeah, but what I
Who's he
want-
pleaded with?
But what I want to know is why have millions of them fled the site over the weekend? Andrea Crashy does want his 44 billion back.
Yeah,
I don't know,
hang on a
44
minute.
million.
How did he contact them?
I
Who
don't know.
owns
He's
them?
put a call out on his Twitter account. I mean,
But that's like they're real things.
what are you getting upset about? People control bots.
Robots.
Yeah, but bots just kind of.
Oh no, this is too
They
much.
just generate
I don't want to do
content.
this. I don't like it.
Yeah. Musk's this is the bit I don't understand. Musk's Musk's decision to tweet an unhinged conspiracy theory about Nancy Pelosi's husband on Sunday.
That's disgusting.
This is the bit I don't understand. Sent even more bots rushing for the exits.
Are these the bots? I've got it. These are the bots. You said he didn't want it so left wing. These are the bots that Twitter put in place to clear up what they thought were conspiracy theories or fascist or too right wing. So he's saying, don't leave, stay.
Right, yeah, maybe. I think Lee Peart has a good suggestion. I think there needs to be 2 verifications, the blue tick for public figures and the green tick for a verified person. Then you can filter tweets to only see verified accounts and bots would disappear. So yeah, I mean, there is a feeling that bots are bad.
But I still don't really understand what the bots are.
Hanny, it's not possible to regulate the debate because everyone and anyone's opinions and ways of discussion are included, and actually that's not a bad thing.
I mean, I suppose I do regulate it because I just don't. If somebody says something really nasty, I just don't engage. I'm like Lee, I just don't engage at all. Do you know what I think I might do? I might try harder with Twitter.
Oh, I thought you were going to leave Twitter.
I was going to leave Twitter this morning.
It's funny because there's a story today. The press are
I think I'm going to try harder.
There's a story saying celebrities leaving Twitter. And then I went to the page and I didn't know any of the people leaving Twitter.
I think they're American. I think they're well known in America.
They are. So there's quite a few. But quite a few people are saying, no, not doing it. I think there's a lot of concern around the idea that Musk is going to allow Trump back in. But I think you have to have a platform that enables or allows all political opinions. I mean,
when you think about this morning and the discussion that we were having, and we're saying that we could not have this discussion on any platform anywhere. We were discussing something. We were debating something, right? And we said, isn't this sad that we can't debate this? And we're not going to tell you what the topic was because you would get so much hate, you'd get this, you'd get cancellations or whatever. But the thing is, this discussion we were having with a friend this morning is a discussion that people are having all over the country, and yet everyone's having this discussion like this. And it's like, I think that's a really dangerous thing because I think when people feel they're too suppressed.
It's a kind of algorithmic online robot.
So I've just got something in my eye. It's really annoying me. I'm just going to be here.
Don't talk to me about eyes. Listen to this. This is a slightly perturbing development. Listen to this. The Network Contagion Research Institute. There's a title to conjure with, isn't it? It's an organisation that identifies and forecasts cyber social threats, okay? So this is a network that's designed to pick up threatening content. It found that the use of the N-word jumped 500% after Musk's deal went through. Now,
wow,
that tells you a lot, doesn't it? So I'm wondering if you're right. The bots he's talking about are the more left-leaning bots or the, I mean, again, no one's given me a good answer as to what bots do. I mean, I presume they all do different things.
I don't understand it.
So there's the fear that free speech will lead to more hate speech. Hate speech under the veil of free speech is unacceptable. And herein lies the huge problem with all social media and all kind of trolling, if you like, is that trolls are sophisticated. They've got to the point where they know how to not be obviously offensive. They sow and they cultivate dis-ease and upset and what have you, and then they just do it gently, and then they corral others, and then they essentially get others to do their dirty work. They actually mobilize more vulnerable people to do their dirty work. It's unforgivable and horrible. But anyway, so I mean, there is a sense and a fear and a feeling that it's going to go more right wing towards, well, not even right wing, because right wing's all, right wing and left wing is all right, but hate speech isn't. So there we go.
Yeah.
Right, let's unleash the beast. Matt Hancock in The Sun explaining that he wants to tell the world about dyslexia. He wants to, that's what he wants to do. He wants to publicise the issues of, I didn't realise, bless him, I didn't realise he had dyslexia. I mean, I think...
Park all that.
Oh.
Right? I'm not interested. I'm just not interested because I feel that is really cynical way he's doing everything to try and distract us from what he is, right? This line here in his article that he wrote for The Sun, where he says, some may think I've lost my marbles or had one too many drinks, swapping the comfortable surroundings of Westminster and West Suffolk for the extreme conditions of the Australian outback. And he goes on about people. When I read that first line, I've seen that quote around. I assumed he was saying, some people may think I've lost my marbles with all that's gone on for me to go onto a primetime television show and earn a whack load of money. We know the kind of money that he would be earning. Can't say exactly. But no, he was talking about swapping the comforts of his home. He is still so oblivious to what he's done and the way that we feel. And again, it says to me, it was like Lisa was saying this morning, she looked quite sad because they really don't care about us, do they? I said, yeah, how many more times, how many more situations do we have to see to really absorb that?
What do you think of Stephen Durrant
It's
means
disgusting.
here? Choosing Hancock as deliberate trolling. They know how toxic it is. This is parking Matt Hancock to the side. This is a huge get.
Massive.
For I'm a Celebrity.
As far as TV is concerned, it's a brilliant thing.
Yeah.
Everyone will be watching.
But it's a great get because it's going to hugely divide the population. It's a curious show because it is a show that encourages the public to punish people, okay, albeit in a sort of light-hearted fashion. But it is a show that does encourage the public, to punish those people. So, of course, Matt Hancock is going to be forced to eat a huge number of kangaroo anuses and testicles and things like that. So
Listen. He is a serving MP. The country is in a mess.
he's lost his whip, though.
He's lost his whip.
Because he's
no,
joined.
but what about his constituents?
Well, yeah, he's not going to be able to serve. I mean, Rishi Sunak has come out.
I mean,
and
Rishi
he's
Sunak has
attacked
basically said exactly the same thing. He basically, underneath it all, is saying, this is a bloody disgrace. We're all supposed to be working really hard to do things, and you've gone off to play in Australia to try and make us love him. He's deluded. He thinks he's going to go in there and make us love him. Oh my God! Can you imagine what's his name would do with him?
Boy George.
Boy George.
He might tie him up.
Mark.
Has Matt?
Boy
Wait, hang on a
George
minute though. Can we just
does
pause for a
not
minute?
shy away from saying the truth.
Can we pause for a minute? It's amazing how everyone has just chosen to forget that detail. Has Matt Hancock made you want to watch Celeb Get Me Out of?
We have a lot of people in our family
More.
that have dyslexia, right? I'm pretty sure I have dyslexia undiagnosed. But who believes that he is going in there for the cause of dyslexia? I don't believe it. I'm sorry.
No.
I feel it's cynical.
Okay.
But I can have that opinion, can't I?
Of course
Is that
you
a
can.
non-opinion?
No.
Is that a dangerous opinion?
No. I think
No, I'm
that's
just wondering.
Why?
No, genuinely, I am wondering. Is that a dangerous opinion to go?
You're asking that question like you're doing a row, though.
No, I'm not. I'm genuine. I
right.
genuinely. That is what my gut tells me. My gut tells me the reason he's gone into celebrity is to try and convince us to love him. I don't believe he's there because he passionately wants to raise awareness around dyslexia.
Let me be a devil's advocate just for a moment. He was completely blanked by Rishi Sunak.
It was embarrassing.
He talks about the fact that he was approached
Thanks,
twice
Charlie.
earlier in the summer. He didn't want to do it, and then he decided he did do it. It's coincidental, is it, or not, that it happened after Rishi obviously had no place for him. He's looking at his... here is a guy, potentially, just hear me out. Is he looking at... he's an individual, he's a man. He's had a career in politics. Perhaps he can see the writings on the wall, and he's pivoting in his own way to find
He's a pillock.
a way.
He's a pillock.
Well-
and we've seen him behave like a pillock. Let's never forget him groping that woman in the office while he was coming out onto the bloody stage, telling us all that we had to, giving us the strictest of lockdowns, when he was snogging the face off somebody that wasn't even his wife in the office, when the country was in turmoil. I mean...
Oh, okay, well, listen to this.
I'm not saying I don't believe he hasn't got dyslexia. Somebody there said that I thought he'd be... No, I believe he's got dyslexia, but I believe that he's going into celebrity because he's a pillock and he thinks he's going to be able to make us forget what he did.
Do you think he wants to make us forgive? Maybe he wants us to
No,
forgive.
it's not even that, Mark, because he doesn't really think Eddie's done anything wrong. He fell in love. It was beyond him. He couldn't help himself. He was overcome with passion. What he wants to do is make us understand why we were wrong to think what we think.
Okay, well, let's hear that. This is another quote.
Does anybody agree with that?
It says, yeah, I know quite a few people do agree. He says in his article in The Sun, it's as clear as day that politicians like me must go where the people are, particularly those who are politically disengaged. We must wake up and embrace popular culture. Hang on. Rather than looking down on reality TV, we should see it for what it is, a powerful tool to get our message heard by younger generations.
To tell us that we're wrong for what we think about him, because really he's fabulous. That's what he's in there for.
Okay, what if whilst he's in there, he admits he did wrong?
He won't.
But what if he did?
He won't.
But what if he did?
He won't. He was overcome by passion and love. It was love that made him do it. Never forget. I want to find
Sarah
today.
Begley, what a twonk.
I want to find today some of those times when he was standing on that lectern and he was telling us, don't see your grandmother. Don't go to the funeral. Don't. And he was snogging the face of someone that he had employed to work for him.
Look, it's funny you should say that, actually, because, I think we all have a collective amnesia where we all, for variously different reasons, want to forget, in a sense, that COVID happened. But one of the aspects of this that I do think we forget is when you do look at the harsh contrast between what people had to forego and sacrifice and the absolute hypocrisy that he was demonstrating when he went off into the office and it was a relationship. He wasn't groping someone horribly. He was having a bit of a fling, but he was telling the rest of the country not to do.
Why are you talking like this? He was having a bit of a fling. He left his wife and children.
No, I'm not.
They've set up
I know, but that is not a criminal offence in itself.
Excuse me. They made it criminal. There are tens of thousands
I'm not
of
defending
fines
but what I'm
trying
to say is you're absolutely right. When you look at the harsh contrast of what he was saying to the population versus what he was doing, one is reminded that actually, yes, this is totally, totally awful.
He broke the law when he snogged her. Did he not?
I think.
Did we have a week off?
I think
when we weren't supposed to have sex.
I think there was a splitting of hairs if you were in an office. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
Maybe I'm wrong then. Maybe
if you were in an office, I think I might be right that he.
If you were in Downing Street, or if you were in one of the Tory offices,
or if you were at
then
a party,
it was allowed.
It was a party. Lots of people saying Charlene will give him a good grilling whilst they're in there. So I think
I think Boy George will give him a more of a grilling.
I think Chris Moyles might savage him. Is Chris Moyles in there? I think he is. Yeah.
But you know what? Like, you see him and he's like I couldn't help myself when he reached out to Rishi and Rishi just passed him by. I felt a bit sorry for him.
I did.
I don't actually want to see him pulverised in there. No. I actually don't. I just want him to be in his constituency, working for his constituents. I'm not going to take pleasure out of seeing him because I think he will be very sort of...
No, I feel uncomfortable about that aspect. And I wonder whether that's what... I've forgotten your name, sorry. Whether that's what you're saying about the toxic act of putting him in.
I don't want to see him that. I want him to be accountable. Yeah. I want him to say, do you know what? What I did was a disgrace. And I hurt people. And I triggered people that had lost people that they loved and couldn't go to their funerals. That's what I want. I don't want to see him in a show being forced to eat kangaroo
Lee Peart says if he wants to use TV to raise awareness of dyslexia, he should go on Countdown.
Thank you.
But Countdown.
No, and say...
2 vowels, 3 consonants.
No, I know.
It's about spelling.
No, I know it is. But he could do something like that would really, God, he's gone on thing and say, I need extra time or whatever. The extra things that are put in for dyslexia make it... I know he's being difficult, but you know what I mean.
No, he's being funny.
No, I know. He's always funny
Susanna Reid had to apologise. Why did she have to apologise this morning, Nadia, on Good Morning Britain?
So Andrew Pierce... Daily Mail editor?
I think he is, yeah.
He was on the telly this morning talking about Matt Hancock, and he said, well, he's a dickhead, isn't he? It's okay for me to say that, isn't it? And Susanna Reid had to say, no,
apologies,
actually
everyone. Yeah, no, she had to apologise to everyone. Okay.
It was guidelines by that point. Law had been removed.
I thought it had. Yeah.
But does anybody think that only started once the guidelines I mean, we don't know. We cannot say. But I suspect that was going on before.
Yeah. Now, Meghan Markle, always for some reason a divisive subject. But anyway, this isn't about that. But Meghan has, in a sense, sort of instigated a conversation about something which is quite. We've had experience of it because we know people have tried to do this.
Well,
the citizenship exam.
Yeah, I kept coming back to my dear friend Simone, who is one of the makeup artists, also has been my friend. She's one of the makeup artists, Loose Women, and she's German. She's been here.
They should have cast you, and I'm a celebrity to go with him.
Whoa. Whoa. They wouldn't have allowed it. So my friend Simone kept coming in because she was having to go through the citizenship process, which is unbelievable. She's a very smart woman. She speaks 3 languages. She's way more informed than anybody else I know about most things. And she kept coming in and sharing with us these questions on the citizenship, and she was managing to answer them, and none of us ever knew the answers to them. So we thought it'd be quite fun, because you're a clever lot, and see if you can answer some of these questions that you have to do to win a citizenship.
But the wonderful detail in this is that Prince Harry found the questions so hard.
Yeah.
This is what she says in her
Prince
podcast.
Harry. Now, the thing is with these are made to stop people getting citizenship. There is no doubt about it, because if you're, I think you... Well, you'll see. Ask some of the questions.
Okay. Shall we go? Yeah. When is
so she would say,
when is Christmas Day? I think we can all agree on when is Christmas Day.
Don't do these.
Okay. Which flower is associated with Wales? Which flower is associated with Wales?
I think I know that.
Don't say yet. Which flower is associated with Wales? I was immediately going to say a leek, but of course that's not a flower, is it? What flower? Presumably you're all going to come through in a minute. Come on, guys. Which flower is associated with Wales? Why has it completely gone dead? Mark, a sty is a sign you are run down.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Here we go. Is it on here? What's going on up there? Okay, oh yeah, look, hang on. All right. Daffodil. Blimey. Daffodil, I presume, is correct. Yes.
Oh, I thought it was a rose.
Where is the official home of the Prime Minister?
No, these are too easy. Go to the difficult one.
This is the article you sent me.
No.
Which king was executed in 1649?
Yeah, this is the sort of thing Simone was coming.
Which king? I wouldn't know that.
Maybe there's
James
only one king that's been executed.
Which king was executed in 1640? Everyone's scurrying around on Google now, aren't they? Trying to find out which king was. So we'd fail that one. I'd failed that one. I'd have said James the First, but. That's behind. Let's go back over here. Let's have a look. Look, Charles I. Look, lots of you, Charles I and daffodils coming through. Well done. Which of the following is a famous British Paralympian? Dame Kelly Holmes, Baroness Tanny Gray Thompson, or Jane Torville? Whisper.
No, but that's easy.
Is it?
Tanny Gray Thompson.
Who made the first coins to be minted in Britain?
I knew
I knew that then. That's what I would have said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What would you have said?
Well,
I think you should say it's a bit slow, all this. I think we've got to say some.
The Romans. True or false, Scotland and Wales use a system called individual registration, where all those entitled to vote must complete their own registration form. Haven't got a fucking clue what the question means. Well, it's true. No, it's false. Okay, well, there you go. Which court deals with minor criminal offences in Scotland? Well, I mean, it's great for Scottish, but I mean, I'd have never known that.
Yeah.
Do you know that, guys? I'm going to ask the next one. When did Queen Victoria become queen? Oh, this is a hard one.
And don't forget, you haven't got these questions beforehand.
About 1834.
It's a proper exam, so you need to know.
Oh, I was 3 years off. 1837. I said 1834. What was the last battle between Great Britain and France? Let's see if I know. Yep, I knew that one. Would you know that one?
Sorry. I got
in the exam, you'd have just walked out. What was the last battle between Great Britain and France? Think. What would you say? What just comes to mind?
Was Napoleon there?
Yes, possible. I don't know if he was there.
I can't remember the name of the war.
It has a relevance to your life.
Waterloo?
Yes.
That's the only battle I know.
There you go. Look, sorry, on our handset, your answers are so far behind. But yeah, I think you all did very well.
But I have to say,
good answer to World War One. But
that is very, very, very the easy end of the questions.
Well, let's have a look at the
because
Times.
there
I
are
think has published
so
much
many.
tougher ones.
That's the easy ones.
Oh no, they're the same ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
which are the who made it? Oh yeah. Okay.
But you don't know what they are beforehand. These are just some sample questions.
No, I know, like an exam paper.
Yeah.
They haven't published it before. Everyone will research it, revise it, and go in and know the answers.
Well, I couldn't even if I researched it and revised it. I'd get in there. I wouldn't remember it because I don't care.
Oh my God!
So many other things to worry about rather than remembering.
Extremely hard, says Janine Amory. I'd say 80% of Brits wouldn't know any of them else.
They wouldn't.
Okay, so finally, Prince William is, despite requesting that they not dramatise Princess Diana's interview with Martin Bashir, they are.
So we've talked about the whys and wherefores of the Crown and where we think it
and
is
you do know
morally.
that they are now putting a notice at the front saying this is a
But
fictional
that's
work.
because they listen to us, babe.
Well, they list, yeah, absolutely.
That is good.
Yeah,
that
is
is
good.
really
No,
good.
it is good.
But we're always so much worse stuff going. I actually felt really sad for William.
Did you?
I do. I felt really sad for him. I was thinking about if that was your mum, if you were desperately trying to just look to the positives of what happened, and his brother so estranged. I just thought it's rotten, isn't it? It's really rotten. What do you think?
I wonder whether what they should have done was taken the. I mean, I remember asking this question when the first series came on, and I remember sort of saying, I wonder what they're going to do when they get really close to now. I mean, they're doing the whole Camilla Parker Bowles tampon gate and all that kind of stuff.
Who is?
The Crown.
Not.
Yeah.
Oh,
the phone call. Yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
absolutely. They're doing that whole conversation.
Oh, that's terrible. What episode is that? That is terrible.
Jonathan Pryce, who I think plays Prince Philip in it, has come out attacking many of his co-actors who've come out and sort of like Judi Dench saying, "How dare you? Why are you not?"
What's he said? I'm interested to know what.
Well, I can't remember the
argument
exact
is.
details, but I think his point is that don't be, you've all changed your tune, but I do think that.
Why has she changed her tune?
Well, because it's more recent. Well, he's in it. I suppose he's not wanting everyone to knock it because he's in it. He's a
I
classic
don't think you
actor.
should knock the people that disagree with you being in it.
So anyway, yeah, it's I don't know. I wonder whether what they should have
Exactly,
done.
Sarah Begley. Exactly. It's not
too
about
much
that.
of
It's
a
about
moneymaker.
just not letting people in.
I wonder whether what they should have done was
Thank
they
you,
should have just
Olias.
paused at a point and waited, say 5-10 years, and then made the more recent ones. I don't know whether they should have done that or not. And finally, go online and look up baubles rolling down Tottenham Court Road.
It is so incredible.
Just look it up.
We can't show you here, but
No.
Mark showed it to me last night. It is just unbelievable. It makes Oxford Street like a bowling alley.
Yeah.
These enormous baubles that fell off, got blown off.
A huge pair of balls.
Massive balls flying down Oxford
Lucky
Street.
that no one was hurt.
Is it Oxford Street or Regent Street?
Tottenham Court Road.
Oh, Tottenham Court Road.
Really lucky that no one was called. Why are we okay with dramatisations of terrible crimes and serial killers when their families are probably affected by it, but for some reason the royal family we're sensitive to?
No, I am sensitive to that too, Lee.
It's a good
I
question.
don't believe in it.
I have on the Weekly Rushes talked a bit about the Dharma series and how Ryan Murphy has said that he contacted all families and none of them have replied, almost like that was somehow a justification. You're right. I find it staggering. I find it staggering that there's.
That's interesting, Faith. I wonder if they'll show that Bashir lied.
Oh look, Molly 26.
Well, I suppose not, because we don't find that out in that time. That would be in the next.
Oh, look
series.
at this. Molly 26 Rose says the writer has a 20-year rule, so the show won't explore beyond 2002. Okay, that's interesting. I think it needs to have that kind of thing. Yeah. Lee Durrant says, I saw this morning on GMB, Ed Balls was funny, saying he would have laid down and let it roll over him. Yeah, they look...
What, the ball?
The balls. Well, yeah, I don't think he means Matt Hancock.
I love Ed Balls. He needs to be back in politics. He's a really good person.
I suppose Ed Balls, all that kind of
He's
stuff.
a really good person.
Anyway, guys, have a fantabulous day. Weekly Rush is landing later. A new yoga is landing very soon
Thank
too.
you, Olias. It's from Orla Keeley.
Yeah. All right, and yeah, Judi Dench talking to Louis Theroux last night was brilliant. We should have watched
Oh,
it.
I want to watch that. What about? What was she talking about?
Doesn't she tell him to shut the fuck up at some point when he calls her a national treasure or something? Anyway, guys, have a lovely day.